I love that she tells me that now. It's so official, but the recording is in progress. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on with me tonight. It is week 2 of setting and running with our intentions. Now, last week we got really rock solid on the difference between an intention and a goal. And we remembered that we have to connect our emotions to what we want to be able to achieve, because it's really good to write down goals. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to discredit that. But what is more important is knowing why you've got the goals, why they're important, what changes they're going to make to your life. What changes do you want to fucking make to your life? That's a big one, right? Because a lot of the time we just get stuck doing the same old shit, same old time of day, every day. And we wake up and it's wash, rinse, and repeat. And all of a sudden it's 5 years later. And, I'm pretty sure that everybody can relate to that at one stage of life or another. So now is the time that we draw the line in the sand and we say, enough is enough. In 5 years' time, shit's going to be different. And I'm going to make it different. And I love that you've all said yes to an opportunity that can create unlimited income, because that's pretty handy when we want to change our life over a 5-year period. Okay. So who felt good about last week? In the chat box, let me know. Let me know if it made a difference for you guys to be able to have, I guess, those emotions attached to your goals rather than just the same old, same old. Beautiful. Did you find, now this is cool, this is our circle of honesty, right? Did you find having some form of vision, some form of intention actually got you into more work? Did it make the work easier? Doesn't matter if it didn't, but what I ultimately want to shift you towards is the stage where you are so pulled by your vision and by your intentions that it no longer feels hard. Oh, perfect. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Now, remember last week we said, what are we going to release? Do you remember what you released? Did anybody actually stick with releasing it? Yeah, we got some yeses. All right, play with me. Let me know who actually stuck with it, who still needs to release it. It's okay if you do, because like I said, this is a judgment-free zone. It's just coming together, making sure that we're on track, making sure that we've got our shit tight so that every week we can get better and better. Yay! I love that. And I love your honesty, Kiri. Let's do it again. Yeah, I love that, Shell. Let's do it. Let's release it. All right. So while we're on this topic and while we're talking about it, if it's still the same, put it. What do you need to release this week? What's been bugging you? What's been holding you back? What hasn't been working? What is stopping you from that 5-year goal right now that can be shifted this week? Sitting on the couch. Do you know what I do? I would turn it upside down, because that's the kind of person I am. This is how serious I take shit. If it's literally like that, like Netflix for a while was the bane of my existence when I was going for my goals. So I literally had to get rid of my account. But I like those physical ones because they're quite easy to do, right? It's the mental and the spiritual ones that are quite often the hardest shit to move. So I want you to pick something. Now, if you've got a pen and a paper, because we know that's really important when we're putting our intentions in, it activates a different part of our brain. Let's write down, this week I release. Does anybody ever spell release wrong? I always get release and realize totally mixed up. You don't have to be smart to do this business, by the way. This week I release. And what is it that you're releasing? This is the big one for me. All right. Now I want you to do an exercise with me. Play along. Don't judge me. Just play along. Okay. I want you to put your hand on your heart. Okay. Try and feel it. Close your eyes. I want you to remember that this heart's probably been with you for a very, very long time. And what it does every day without you even thinking about it is protect you, keep you safe, make you live. Your heart doesn't care about your size, your color, your relationships, your bank account. What it does every single day, it keeps you alive, just like it does the person next to you, because you're exactly the fucking same. All of those limiting beliefs that you tell yourself, it doesn't come from your heart. Goals, they can come from your mind. Limiting beliefs, they can come from your mind. Your heart, that's where the magic is. So I want you just to take a second right now, and I want you to fill your body full of appreciation for that heart that has been with you since before you even had a mind. We know that, right? The heart is the first part of the body that's formed. It's the part that counts. The heart tells the mind to form in a fetus. Thank it. Thank it for all its guidance, for all it's told you to do. And now open your eyes and start damn listening to it. Because I can promise you that your heart told you this is a good opportunity. These are good people. This is a good place to be. Okay. So when you have those moments where the release isn't quite happening, do this. Hand on your heart. That's it. Tony Robbins teaches an NLP technique, which is basically like a trigger. Okay. Now, for those of us who might be lucky enough to suffer some PTSD, you'll understand that triggers aren't always fun things, but we can tell our body to readjust triggers, not figures, triggers. So I want you now, every time that you're feeling victimized, that you're feeling stressed, that you're feeling frustrated, that you're feeling not good enough, that you're feeling lazy, because lazy is a form of feeling not good enough. Laziness is the highest form of self-sabotage. We self-sabotage because we're scared to succeed. Okay. So laziness, you've got to stop just breaking that down to I'm being lazy. No, you're actually being frightened. You're actually being frightened to succeed, and that's why you're not doing anything. So every time some of those triggers come up during the week, I want you to hold your hand to your heart and I want you to feel it. Because how many times can we spend the whole day up here thinking that this is all that there is? It's not, man. This was here first. And this is the thing that will drive your business. This is the thing where intentions come from. And it is also the highest level of frequency in your body. Isn't that magic? Last week, we talked about honing into the secret. So if we want to be able to gravitate what we want towards us, we have to be able to use our heart energy. Okay. If anybody's into that, and if anybody wants a little bit more mind blowing around your heart and what it can create, look up heart maths. I don't like maths of any other kind, but heart maths will completely reshape your life. Okay. So now that we've got rid of that and we know our trigger, next time we feel scared, next time we feel frightened, next time we feel lazy, we're going to put our hand on our heart and we're going to thank it and we're going to lead with it instead. We're going to remember that Katrina told you to release that shit and we're going to move on. Okay. Now the fun part, what are we celebrating? What happened over the last 7 days that we can damn celebrate? Heart maths. That's it. Yep. You're amazing, Kate. Thank you. What are we celebrating? Why can't I see anything? Tell me. Tell me. Oh, yeah, I saw that, baby. That is beautiful. Congratulations. 3 teamies, 2 new customers, and a full new bed suite. You're feeling more confident. I love that. And you've got a TV, which is exciting. What else have we got? Why are these so slow? I'm hoping that this is just my internet because you were really fast to tell me what sucks. Still showing up when life is happening. Damn, I'm proud of you for that one, babe. Lots of combos. Clearer vision. I love that. Making an effort. I love it. Okay, so sometimes I feel like I get my mum voice out, but I'm getting my mum voice out right now. This isn't good enough. And I'm saying this isn't good enough because it's taking you so long to tell me what you're celebrating. And they're pretty boring. They're pretty boring. I'm not going to lie, except for Katie's. Katie's was pretty fun. I'll give you that, Katie. Okay? None of these have emotions. None of them. It's all just shit. It's all just connected to something external, right? How about I woke up feeling super fulfilled? Yeah? I woke up and my heart was beating. I woke up in a house that I love. I woke up with my kids. I woke up with a business that is continuing to go upwards. I woke up with a mindset that's working for me. Keep going, come on. You do it. You do it. Put the pen to the paper or write it in the comments box. I'd rather in the comments box because then I can see. But we need to get better at celebrating. Because do you remember that frequency chart that I drew? Celebrating, dancing. Remember how we were moving our energy? There is a reason why when we celebrate, we do a little dance. Yeah, because it's like we created energy and we don't know where it's going, but it's got to come out somewhere. There's a reason why when you're feeling happy, you jump up and down. Can you relate? Do you remember times in your life where you've got some really good news and your body's almost done like a little, right? Because you've got so much energy and you're excited. And when we're looking to attract what we want to create energy, especially a high frequency energy. The soul shake, it is the soul shake. Okay. So I want you guys to be able to really fucking celebrate. Really celebrate. All right. So tomorrow, basically every hour, this is how much I want you to audit your celebrating tactics. Every hour, I want you to think of something that you can celebrate. It could just be that your car started. It could just be that you opened your account and there was still $10 in there. You know, it could be something, anything. It doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be numbers in your business, although that is super cool. All right. But if you're looking at the verbiage around that, let's shift from the mind. The mind tells me that we've got 50 new team inside our team, which is fucking awesome, right? I'm celebrating that. But do you know what my heart says? That's 50 brand new people who have just signed over money with the hopes to create something better in their life. That's 50 people who were brave enough to say enough is enough. You know, can you tell the difference between that? That's a different level of celebrating and that's a different level of attracting. That's a different level of intention. So when we're setting these things and we're redesigning our own DNA, when we're redesigning our own brain neuro pathways, we're going to start fucking with things. We're going to start messing with the system. We're going to start going, we're not being boring anymore. Okay. So next week, when I say, what are we celebrating? We're going to get some really fucking shiny answers in there. Okay. Prepare now, because you guys are going to be doing your homework. You're going to be auditing. You're going to be making sure that you are being aware of what we can celebrate, what's excited. Okay. Now, last one. What's our goal? What are we chasing? What's happening over the next 7 days? 50, I know. But you know what? I reckon we're going to at least double it by the end of this blitz. I have a feeling that I'm just going to put it out there. I reckon we're going to have 126 new people in the team. Let's see. I've said it. Now it's got to happen. Whoop. Wheels back. What are we chasing this week? No one's told me. Come on, tell me. Now you can, I'm not gonna eat your part for this. You can get boring if you want to, because then we're gonna take it down in levels. You can get boring, you can tell me I want 5 customers, or I want to be able to convert 2 more of my potentials to team. Yeah, we can get a little bit mind-led with this, and then we're gonna step in, well, what does that mean? Well, I love that, Lani. It's got to be this week. It's got to be this week. Next 7 days. What are you doing in the next 7 days to reverse engineer that 3 club? We need to create some SPs. Okay, so I'd be saying, well, I want to make 1 SP happen. Get 2 new teamies to Partner Plus and get all booked in for the JP event in Tassie. That's an amazing intention. Turning 2 conversations into team. I love it, babe. I love it. And that's the important thing. And this is where I feel like so many people fall in the gaps of intentions and goal setting, is that, let's just say, is Amira on yet? I'm going to use her in this example. She's probably still over with Tans. But let's just say her goal, I know, is 50 club. That's her goal. Okay. Now she knows what that means intention wise, but we need to reverse engineer that. And we need to say, okay, well, 50 club might be, you know, an 18-month goal. Right now, what do I need to do within these next 7 days to move forward to that? I'd need to find 1 or 2 new team. Okay. And I'd probably need to find a handful of customers, because I've got to keep myself qualified. So this is where it becomes really like all this woo-woo fun, like, yeah, feels good. Okay, what's the shit I gotta do? That's when it becomes tangible. That's when we get to put one foot in front of the other and we actually feel like we're succeeding. So let's have a look. I would like to say, if you want to promote yourself, you need to put on at least 1 or 2 new teamies this week. May as well. It's the $50 week, $50. I keep saying $50 weekend, which is 12 days. Okay, so it's the $50 blitz. My goal would be to put on at least 1 or 2 new teamies if you want to promote yourself. And that could be promote yourself to anything, whether it be Partner Plus, Senior Partner, SC, SSC, QNMD, whatever. 2 brand new teamies is amazing. Cheryl Cortese's line, if you want to go big, there's nothing that can't be fixed with 10 new frontline. I love that, because it's so damn true. How many times in our business do we think, oh my God, nothing's working, nothing's moving, everyone's stopped, everyone's cancelled. Cheryl's always coming in with the gold, nice and strong. So, you know, I always think, well, let's just start a few steps littler. 2 new frontline is a great goal to have. What I love about Cheryl's, and if you're big for aiming big, 10 new frontline typically means you've got 2 brand new qualifiers in there within 60 days. Okay, because 1 out of 5 will qualify their business. So if you've got 3 club on your radar and don't have anybody that you want to count yet, you'd need to go out and you'd need to recruit 15 frontline. Do you see how that works? And of course, the cool part is that sometimes you're going to get more runners. Sometimes you're going to get more people that pop up and want to do it. And that's like the perks of the universe, the perks of the intention, the perks of the strong frequency. But the ratios do tell us that 1 in 5 will qualify. So that's what's really cool, is when we set, well, what are we chasing? Let's get really clear on, okay, well, how much do I want to be earning? And how do I make that happen? Because that's where the power is. Okay. So do you guys remember what your what your intention statement was from last week? Have you kept it somewhere special? If you weren't here last week and you missed it, go and rewatch the recording. Okay. I've created an album inside Team Love photo albums. It's definitely worth it. It only goes for half an hour. I'm not allowed to overtalk in these sessions, but it gives you a really strong idea of why intentions are so important, and it sets an intention statement for the next 12 months, what we're going to be able to create in the next 12 months. Okay, so we have 5 minutes left right now. 5 minutes left. What I want you to do is I want you to flip over to a brand new page if you've got one. Hopefully you've all got a book in front of you. I've got a multicolored one because I'm a little bit extra. And I want you to sit down And I want you to write why life is going to be different in 12 months' time. Journal to yourself. What's it going to look like? What kind of income is coming in? What kind of feelings are you get? Remember, emotions take you instantly into your heart space, which is where your highest frequency is. So let's not be too boring with lots of physical stuff. You can say, I want a new house, but I want a new house because I want to feel safe. I want to feel stable. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel proud. Okay, all of those things are super, super important. So I'm going to put some music on if my daughter's still not on. And we're going to write. Okay, 4 minutes. What's life going to look like in 12 months' time? All right, how's everyone going? We're at 7:30, so I'm going to wrap up there. I want you to take a second. you can go back to this, because trust me, it's worth your time. It's worth your time. Even just focusing on this for the half an hour every week, if we get committed to it, this is where intentions, this is where vision, and this is where manifesting comes. But what happens is that life tends to get precedence, right? The curly stuff happens. We prioritize other things other than our intention and our vision. And that's when we lose our way. So I love that you guys are turning up week in, week out. We will be back here 7 o'clock next Wednesday, doing the same stuff, releasing different shit this time, celebrating harder, and chasing those goals even better. So take a second now. I want you to come back into your heart space. I want you to thank him or her. Okay. And love yourself so damn hard over these next 7 days, because we got a lot of shit to move. We got so many people out there who need these hearts of ours, who need some strength, who need some courage. And if we work on it ourselves, then we can give more out there to the world. So thank you so much for your time tonight, guys. Go and chase those beautiful dreams of yours and spend some time moving those intentions if you didn't get through, because trust me, I'd rather see you finish. So does the universe. Go for it and fill up these pages in these books so that in 12 months time we can turn around and go, holy shit, it actually happened. That's the most amazing thing. Okay, so big love to you guys. Oh, I want to share with you guys actually something. I was looking at it earlier. Don't judge because my daughter has pulled it apart. See this vision board behind me? I've added a few extra photos you might be able to see, and Mia's also scribbled over quite a lot of it. But can you see this up in the top corner? Whoops. That is actually the first affirmation and vision statement that I did in my first lot of Juice Plus training. When I was doing my first lot of intention setting and I was broke and broken as fuck, I wrote, I am love, I am grateful, I am abundance. And that's what has pushed me through over the last 5 years. And that's why it still sits above my computer every day to remind me of the mountain that I've climbed and the business that I've created out of pure tenacity and pure love in my heart every single day. And that's why I keep it up there, because I know the journey that I've had, and I know that it's possible for every single person that I talk to. So keep these notes, because one day you're going to look back on them and you're going to be awfully proud of what you've put into fruition. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you all again very soon. Bye.